Right. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Sorry I'm late. Yes, sorry I'm late, but I'm here. That's good, right? Welcome. My name is Darkpool Algo, and thank you for joining me on another weekday watchlist building session. Today is Friday, September 17th, 2021, and it is quad witching. Let us go. Let us go make the monies and all of the plays. We can do it. Yes, we can do it. All right. So, if you're new to the stream, welcome. Today is Friday. Typically, we will try to find one or two lotto plays. Those are plays that will go from like 50 cents to $5 or $6. Man, you can make a lot of money on Lotto Fridays, but you can also lose your ass. So please be careful. With that being said, we need to do a couple little minor housekeeping things here. This is the Smart Money Block Trade and Dark Pool algorithm software. It's provided by those traders over at FlowTrade. It is a leading indicator, meaning that we see what's happening in the market before the market reacts. Example, bearish or bullish divergence here on Billy, right? We see the Algo, which is the purple line, as separated from white, which is price action, in an upward direction. Divergences must play out just like gaps. For example, if you look at this right chart, you see that price diverged here, right? While price was going up, well, it had to come out and play the divergence. So price came back down to meet with the algorithm. So divergences must play out. All right, my chart setup. If you see me draw a red line, it's a regular block trade. Blue lines are dark pool block trades. And if I draw a white line, the boys in Miami have a good time. Morning, Lazaro. I hope you're here. Nope, he's not. Ooh, I got him. Aha, he's usually the first one here. All right. I'm going to go through a couple stocks here. I have got to throw some news up real quick. And I use Hammerstone Markets for their news because they give you an early look. And it's really, 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 really good. They do a great job of providing news. So let's do that. And we need to just do this. Got to throw the news up to the group and we can read it as we're doing it. Okay. This is a little bit of something I do every morning. So I am not going to be able to stream the open with you today. I stream for the Bullish Bears on Fridays, and hopefully that works out well. I really can't wait for this time zone change to take place because my kids and household have a tendency to get up at about the time the market opens. And if you have kids, you know how sometimes mornings can be a little hectic, right? All right. TTWO downgraded. Novartis, that's a good one. Positive, healthy quality of life from its castration-resistant prostate cancer. All right. Pfizer and BNTX for a third dose. Boom. This is going to be bullish. Very, very bullish for this. Very, very, very bullish. BNTX has been the sleeper play. It woke up yesterday. You would wonder if they know something because the options chain is completely jacked on it, meaning that options that should be 25 cents are selling for $1. They know something's up, and that's probably that news right there. All right, I totally skipped over US Steel. And let's see what else we got here. Zusana. If right, really not really concerned about that. All right, world news. UK retail sales declined. That's not so good. Fuel declined. China Evergrande, the deeply indebted property developer. And the internet is too big to fail. Yeah, so if Evergrande drops, watch out because it affects the world market. Did I miss a whole bunch of news, or it's just there isn't any today? All right, no news. So Citigroup we have a small caps conference today. It's bullish. This is bullish. Let's see what happened here. All right, bonds increased. The yen increased. The euro increased. Gold is up. That's not good. Brent is down and NYMEX is down. All right, that's not good. We have what else? Dow dropped 7. Or Dow dropped 63. S&P down 7. NASDAQ up 20 and the Russell down 1.4. What do we got here? There's some news Asian markets, the Nikkei index. All right, so this is good for us. Nikkei index rose 170 points. Shanghai higher 7 points. Hang Seng 252 points. The DAX is down. Ugh. FTS 100 is down as well. All right, so they're saying that it's BNTX and Pfizer is the top news. That is going to be very, 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 very bullish. Okay. If they get approved, well, I don't. All right, so it doesn't happen until tonight, so that's good, right? But I think the stock could possibly pre-anticipatory run, rally right into it. All right, so let's get the news posted. Then we'll check out futures. I've got to cut out of here a little bit early, so if you have requests, get them to me now. Like I said, I've got a prior commitment on Fridays that hopefully we can maintain because I really enjoy doing it. I really, really do. All right, so what am I looking for here? I'm looking for the group. And I'm looking for morning updates. Post the morning updates. And I'm looking to move my tasty chart. Y'all just got a good look at my small account, which is suffering lately. It's been a rough week. Actually, it's been a pretty decent week comparatively to last week. Not last week sucked. All right, we don't want to save that. So we have FlowTrade up. Let's go ahead and grab. Should we do Trading View today and TrendSpider? All right. All right, checking in the chat real quick for the requests. Let's see what we got going on here. Morning. What's up, Johnny? Lazaro's not here. Haha. I hope he slept in so I can give him so much flack about it. It's going to be awesome. All right, DOS Trading View. Which would we want to do? We want the chart. The chart. Chart do we want, though? All right, so... Oh, what's up, Kevin? Good to see you here, man. Appreciate it. You're looking out. It's my boy right there. All right, so I got into Billy yesterday because of this divergence that popped up on the 15 and the 1 minute chart. Consolidate. Let's just go with this one. We got Billy, Roblox. Yeah, we'll do Roblox. Check out Etsy while we're at it, and Microsoft just for the giggles of it. All right, looking at Billy. No, we got a couple block trades in the last. I don't want 30. And actually think. All right, so this is what I mean when I'm looking for divergence. I'm looking for the algorithm to have made a bottom and for it to start buying into the market again. What we're going to look for is we're going to look for price action to mimic this movement, and divergences must play out. So we have a nice base forming here. This is a consolidation base right around the $72, $74 level, right? Get back here. The algorithm is at an interaction point with price action, or with the block trades. So there's a regular block trade that came in earlier this month, right, on the 7th, which is this day here where price ripped right through it. So I don't know if there was enough time with price action at this level to really take care of the fulfillment of all of those orders. Okay, we've got one here on the 1st, right? That very similar thing. Not a lot of time at this level, right? So it ripped. We had a block trade come in on the 1st. Price action slowly eased its way down to meet it, bounced off of it, ripped up through it. So this is a very, very volatile stock in that when it moves, it will gap. It'll gap up and down, up and down, up and down, right? Gapped up this morning already. So we're going to keep an eye on that. Okay. What I'm looking for from price action, I'm looking for price action to rise up to meet the algorithm, or at least start filling some of these gaps. We have gaps here, and I got to figure out a new color. I think I said I was going to use orange for gaps. I don't know. Very, very visual person. So there's an opportunity to gap up to fill the gap to the previous low, right? And then we've got a previous high. So those are going to be my initial targets. We have a very, very large gap here that needs to be filled as well. Probably, I don't know if it's going to happen today, but it will need to be filled in the future. That'll get us back in line with a bunch of stuff right there. All right. We may have already made that move. 74. Yeah, I think we filled the previous gap, right? And okay, so 74. All right, so there's the gap that we needed to fill, right? See how we gapped right up, pulled right back to gap support, and now we're going to continue upwards. Okay, wish I could just do pre-built supply and demand zones, man. That's what I like about TrendSpider. I can pre-build a bunch of stuff. Okay, so demand zone, previous supply zone turns into a demand zone. I'm gonna go ahead and swap that color out with, oh, it's a demand zone. Sorry, I apologize. Demand zones are green because that's where lots of buying orders happen. Supply zones are red because that's where you're selling. You want to sell into the supply zones. You don't want to buy into them. Why would you buy into a supply zone? Are you crazy? You got to be crazy if you're doing that. All right, so we do have a nice range based on previous supply and demand zones. I can throw some fibs up on it and check out what's going on and see if there's symmetry. If there's symmetry, then we can definitely concur that my levels are good. My levels are good. Let's see. How do we want to do this? I think I'm going too far back in time. Right. I think I need to go from here. Let's see if I go from here. That lines up pretty well, right? I want to try to get, if I can't get both of them in there, but I can go from here. So come on. I think that's a pretty decent level right there. So we have targets, right? We're going to look to rip back into the 4-hour bottom, break up above the 618 retracement, back test it, and move on up to our target today of 70. Let's just call it 77. 76.62 to 77. That's going to be our initial profit taking area. If we can break above that, I'll start scaling out on each step up. So each step at pretty much every 50-cent increment. So 77.50 and then 79. Long-term swing target of 79 is in play for Billy. Billy. Okay. Roblox. All right. So nobody asked for Roblox. That's fine. I didn't want to do them anyway. PLTR. Oh man, we all missed that move. I got caught sleeping on that one. Got caught slipping. AMD. Oh, there was a Roblox one. I apologize. We will do Roblox after all. I will do it right after PLT or right after AMD. We will get. Come on, yo. And Facebook. I think there's an opportunity in Facebook. It's probably the most bullish stock I've seen in the market recently. All right. Massive block trades coming in the last 11 days for Palantir, PLTR. Okay. Lots and lots and lots and lots of block levels for Palantir. I'm going to go with the most recent. So from the 16th, which is all these here yesterday, right? All the way down. Wow. All right. So 2720 is most recent regular block trade support. There's a gap from 27 to 2790. That's going to be important. Currently, we've got short-term support coming in right at 2850. That's a nice round, nice round psychological number. I would use that for my support one. As far as the algorithm goes, the algo is in an uptrend. It is trading with price action, and it is doing its job. It's making higher lows and higher highs. It's currently consolidating right here. All right, so if it can break out of its box, right? If it can break out, look for it to continue to move its upwards. That's really, really tight, so I can't tell you if it's curling up or down. No real block trade. Well, there's block trade, dark pool block trades to speak of, but none that are really going to affect this move that we're currently in. right? Look at that nice little channel. Ooh, sexy. We like that movement. All right, Palantir, as far as on the algo is concerned, let's see price action. Let's see rally, sell off, rally. 28.79 is the high. Got to get above that. We have a squeeze that got released. Boom, shakalaka. That squeeze should fire off for the next 6 to 8 periods of 15 minutes. So probably throughout the rest of today, that squeeze will be releasing. We're going to look to take out, I got to move this up here. It's driving me nuts. We want to look to take out overnight highs, right? We're just going to call, I think this would probably be the level we need to focus on taking out. It gives me the most encompassing, right? I touch the most points. So we are at that level. This could be a potential 3-bar play, right? 1, 2. This red one needs to close a little bit up. Actually, I don't think that's going to work. I'm off on that. This could be, what could this be? All right, that doji is a reversal indicator. It happens to be right at the top of a supply zone. So look for a potential pullback to some support. Yeah, support on this one. This is a tight play, so be careful. Okay. We have support coming in down here. Down here. Oh, where's it at? Is it down this far? Right. Excuse me. Ugh, that sucked. So yeah, look for fade. I mean, I would be willing to bring it all the way down to possibly this level. Yeah, 28.35. So if we rip above 28.80, then I would look to go long. We may smack our head in the ceiling, come back down, possibly even retest 28 before we rally on to continuation. The test of the 28 would be great. I think that would be a little bit more in line with our fibs, so for our fib levels. Right? Yeah, that's going to work out good. So retest the 618, possibly down to the 50%. I think the 50% is where we retest 27.86 before continuation to the upside. All right, that was Palantir. Moving on. Ooh, I got to get moving. I didn't even go over futures yet. All right, I'm going to do these. We'll let that load up. Yeah, we'll let that load up and we'll keep moving on with the requests, okay? All right. Up here, AMD. All right, so I'm a big proponent of AMD. It's making this funky little head and shoulders type-esque pattern. This is Wonky Doodle. I'm coming up with the great names today, aren't I? The algorithm is trading with price action 1-to-1, basically. There's no clear divergence. Currently, the algo is in an uptrend. I would look for that to continue as long as the algo can break above its previous highs, right? The algo needs to take care of its previous highs. It's very slight, but it is making higher lows. So we can anticipate this to be a higher high, continuation upwards. This is a funky price action here. Really funky. It looks like there's a regular block trade level that came in on the 10th at 106.94. That's must be a massive order because it's caused a lot of resistance, right? It caused resistance the day that it came in. So it came in and price tried to get up to it, right? Or it started off, fell, and came back up. So 106.94, let's just call it 107. If AMD can break 107, then I think that we can really start moving. There may be a little exhaustion because of this move that I had yesterday, a little $3 move. We have some white lines coming in. All right, coming at 105.21. That's an important level, followed by 104.83. Very significant support there. We have regular and dark pool action at that level. Probably lots and lots of contracts going on. Okay. So what does AMD do? AMD has a propensity to sell off at the bell and then rally. So look at this. What is this? This is a very funky pattern, right? Just, it's weird. I mean, it's almost identical to yesterday. Look at this. Almost identical to yesterday's move. Or 2 days ago, I apologize. If that's the case, then it needs to come back down to test its range, right? All the way down here to 103. So AMD, let's be careful with our money on a quad witching Friday. There is going to be a lot of market manipulation today. If you're interested in learning or looking at what they may do with your stock today, look for pinning numbers, and pinning numbers are simply this. Large cap stocks like AMD, Netflix, Microsoft, Tesla, they all have a tendency to pin on quad witching. I'm going to use Microsoft as an example. I have not looked at the chart yet, but what I'm going to look at is I'm going to look at current price, and then I'm going to go either 1 or 2 strikes above or below, and I'm going to get the value for the contracts that are out there. So Microsoft at 300 has 28,000 calls, 21,000 puts, right? If price action pins right at $300, they don't have to pay out on any of those. So market makers do not have to pay out on 56,000 contracts if they pin it at 300. If we look 2 strikes up, we've got 18,000 contracts at the 310 and 1,200 on the put side. So if I was a market maker trying to save money, what would I do? I would manipulate price to where I pay the least amount out. Okay. So I'm looking at probably 300 for, it's called max pain as well. So 300 possibly for Microsoft. Unfortunately, I think that might happen. So AMD, the question was for AMD. Time, crap, I gotta hurry up. All right, AMD pinning at 105 makes sense to me, right? There's a couple ways that we can find that number as well. There's a service called Swaggy Stocks. I love this service here. And here, where'd my chat go? I gotta move my chat to a different place. We'll put the chat right there. All right, so Swaggy Stocks. This is great for looking up max pain, which is that pinning area that I just explained to you. Right. Let's check out the AMD. All right, AMD 917 max pain is at, looks like they're saying 97 for max pain, right? Max pain AMD 9750. Open interest, right? Historically, they have, I can't remember. Yeah, so keep an eye on, it says 9750. If I go check the options contracts for AMD 9750, right, they're saying max pain is all the way down here. I don't believe them. I mean, I would say max pain's at 105. I think they may be off on this one. That's a big move. All right, max pain 97. All right, a little bit more education stuff there. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. I got to keep moving on with the rest of these stocks. Roblox, there was a request for Roblox. I got you. We'll get it done. There's got some other requests. I like where you're going. I like Crocs. All right, so Roblox algorithm is selling off, and it's dragging price action down with it. We do have some regular block trade levels in the last 13 days. Those are going to be potential magnets, right? We had one come in on the 14th at 83.50. We rallied up, or that was the 14th. We blew off through that, rallied back up and tested it. Continuation to the downside. Above that, we've got a nice round number at 86, and above that 87.50. very manipulated. You can see the head and shoulders. I can't really see it, but there is one. It's slight. I think Roblox still has a ways to go to the downside, with the algo being the way it is, and looking at price action. We do, however, have a nice uptrend, right? That's 1, 2, 3 touches. This could be a beginning of a Wu-Tang pattern reversal. If the algo was above it, I would be a lot more inclined to believe it. So we need to keep an eye on Roblox for it taking out any of its previous lows. That would definitely be a signal of weakness. So potentially, right, this level here, right? So if Roblox breaks trendline support, comes down and breaks previous lows, I think that Roblox can continue on to the downside. Looking at Roblox on the chart, it's at support. Massive squeeze forming. This is a tough one, I have to say. If it gets down below, right? If it gets below 80, it's a quick move to 78.50, below 78.50, and then I think we can continue to fade. Contrarian, let's say we rally. We take out 82.50. Next stop is going to be at 83.50, 83.33. And then I'll move to the 4-hour top at 86. So you've got two directions. Check out what happens with price action in the morning. You know that you have demand level support coming in right at 81, yeah, 81 to 81.20 ish. 81 to 81.34 is your support zone. Yeah. So that's Roblox. All right, moving on. Facebook. How do I get the green highlight in the options chain? That's a study I wrote. It's a study I wrote that checks for volume versus open interest. If it has more, if volume is greater than the open interest, it's going to let me know. It's unusual options, man. I'm just kidding. It's funny. There's a couple of groups that I'm in that actually can move the market if they all took a trade at the same time. It's kind of scary. It's scary in the fact that knowing that that's all it takes to start popping up on these Yahoo's radars for we're seeing some unusual options activity in the market, Jim. Yeah. Yeah. I think one of the groups I'm in, they're like, oh, let's all trade this contract. It's funny, if, 10 to 15 minutes later, you see it on Twitter and you hear it on the broadcasters. We're sensing some unusual options in Palantir. Large block trades just came through. 2,000 contracts. Anyway, I digress. And I can't digress today. All right, the 6 o'clock hour or the 9 o'clock hour is upon us. I've got a couple more of these stocks I'm going to go through, and I am going to probably sign off a little early. I got to get prepped for my next stream. Okay, Facebook. The algo's been net selling since the 7th. So it's been in a 7-day sell-off. Looks as if though it's found a little bit of support. So the algo could be consolidating at this level here. Come on. Thank you. Potential consolidation. Algo support there. I'm looking for it to break its downtrend. Right. Looking for it to break its downtrend. If it does that, I think it can bring price action up with this. Looks like price action's got a little bit of a falling wedge here that it's attempting to. I drew that. I drew that angle wrong. Let's try this again. right? Like, is it here? Or do I go out here? Right. So looking for these both of these wedges to break out. If it does, we have a dark pool block trade coming in at 37436. Right. Obviously, that's going to be target area. Right. Resistance. Above that, all of these regular block trades are still valid, in my opinion. Well, maybe not all of them, but definitely this one here from the 14th because it's very, very recent. Right. The bull flag breakout failure at this block trade level. Above that, we have a little cluster. That's going to be our target. Going into today, I think they'll try to pin Facebook at its pinning stock price. $350. Yeah, max pain on Facebook is $350. That's interesting. That's indicative of a major sell-off. Yeah, I don't think 350. 370 is possibly 370, 375. All right. Next one, Crocs. So the trend is your friend until the end, my friend. Not a lot to say about it. Algo's trading with price action in a generally bullish direction. Right. The Algo is formed, it looks like, new base layer of support. Right. Algo's in a wedge. Look for that breakout for continuation to the upside. If the Algo decides it wants to break to the downside, it's got support here as well. Right. We've got, I mean, this is a very strong looking stock in my opinion. I don't like that it's a rising channel. That's not bullish. That's bearish. If it was a a flag or a pennant or something, that's more bullish. All right. Macy's. All right. So recent looks like the Algo has bullishly crossed over previous trend and it's caused a trend correction. The Algo is trading with price action. It's almost vertical, right? So I don't know if it's getting exhausted or not. Keep an eye on that curling up for the uptrend. Price action has gapped up, so it's going to need to fill that gap at one point. Nice bull flag we got going on there. What did I do? Gosh. Lame. Watch for that pennant breakout. Watch for the Algo to curl back up to the upside. We have regular block level support right here at 2186. We have white line support at all the way down at 21. Right? So I think it's pretty obvious. Bull flag breakout, bull flag failure. Make the move. All right, last one, and then I got to run. So Chevy. Let's check out Zoom. And I can do Apple really quickly. All right, Zoom. Consolidating in between two block trade levels. This is actually good for the stock, in my opinion, going into next week. With it being quad witching, they manipulate the crap out of the stock, right? However, if it breaks down, it can drop further. Like it can go, like I mentioned it earlier, Zoom can come all the way down to, right? It's current. Right, so here's what's going to happen. It's either going to reject off of this Keltner channel level that it's at now and come back and back test previous lows, right? 274, 274.50. If it breaks through it, look for it pullback to, right? Pull back to 280 and then rally to 290, right? With resistance at 285. Pretty simple here. So break above 282, rally to previous lows right here, right? The algo is essentially, right? The algo is definitely trading with price action, right? There's just a lot of symmetry happening here that we need to get up and above. Okay, that was Zoom. Last one is Apple. Talk about disappointment, right? They came out with the new iPhone 13 or whatever. I'm not an iPhone user. I'm an Apple product user, which means all my machines are Apples for development. Makes sense, right? So higher lows and higher highs. Need to break out and above, right? Need that wedge breakout. The algo is slowly trying to break out of its wedge as well. So if it can take out its previous highs, look for a move to the upside. We are in dark pool support resistance range, right? That whole area there, we have white line support. We have white line support at 148.42. We have regular block trade targets at 150.35. They will try to pin the stock today, so be careful. Swaggystocks.com. They're not going to find a stock called Apple. All right. Sweet. There we go. 145 is what they're calling out max pain for Apple. And I would disagree with them. I think they're going to pin it at 147, 148 possibly. I don't know. Max. It's not a perfect science. So they're saying Apple's going to come all the way down to here by today. They're saying that's the target for Apple today. This is a 4-hour Keltner channel squeeze that's happening, right? Support 147.78, target 150. It's just going to consolidate all day. All right, that's it. Thanks for joining me. Once again, my name is Darkpool Algo. Really appreciate everybody showing up this morning. I love it when my chat's active. All right, so tomorrow, watchlist building session. If there's an interest, email me at algo@darkpoolcharts.com. Maybe I'll stream that so y'all can see how I'm building my watch list. Okay. If not, and you're part of the group, let me know. We'll figure something out. And if you've not got your FlowTrade subscription yet, go get a free trial. Maybe sign up on Sunday for that free trial. Link in the description of this video. If not, you can sign up at darkpoolcharts.com as well. Have a great day, everybody. Stay safe, stay green, and most of all, remember, cash is a position. If you don't feel comfortable, save that money for, save that capital for next week. Keep your seat at the table. Name of the game, base hits, and staying in the game. All right, have a great weekend. Oh, I'm feeling tons better today too, by the way. Thanks for asking. No, I'll talk to y'all later. Have a great day. Bye-bye now.